Zim! And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben and this is
Ethan.
And today we are reviewing a Netflix film that's based off a Nickelodeon series that has kind of a cult following. It was in 2001 and it ended in 2006. And so it's been a minute until there's been anything about Zim. And it's called what?
Invader Zim into the Florpus.
That title wrong so many times. So basically it's been a while, but now we've got a film and it's about Zim's second fate. I wasn't sure about this film when it first started. It was a very different tack to what we were the anime we were watching originally. This is not an anime, it's an animated film, and it reminds me of other Nickelodeon films from back in the day, like Dexter's Laboratory and the Powerpuff Girls and others similar to that nature. I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy it, but I think the scripting in this is quite tongue-in-cheek. There are in-jokes that they push to the boundaries of being funny, and then it gets to being not funny, and then it's funny again because they really drag out the jokes. If you're a cult follower of Invader Zim, then you'll know the kind of the quirks and the in-jokes. But if you're coming to this in a kind of a fresh face and you just wanted to watch an animated film with your young members of your family, because I think it is orientated towards the younger teens, or like I said, if you followed Invader Zim from back in the day, then you of course love this. But there are definitely in-jokes to this. What did you think about the animation as a whole, or the story as a whole?
Well, the story was quite random and all over the place.
This film, as you would expect, is kind of all over the place. What made the cartoon great is what makes the film great. It's the characters that define it. It's funny, it's over the top, and the story is obviously about Zim doing his thing again for Phase 2. He wants to be known by the tallest, and the same goes for the protagonist. He wants to be known about the scientist dad, and they're all looking for respect. And I think that was kind of a thread that is tentatively throughout the film, if you can decipher the film in a whole, because it, like you said, is all over the place. But the animation styles in this were quite unique because of the Florpus, well, in parts. Who was your favorite character in this film?
Probably the scientist dad.
The scientist dad. He was pretty cool. There's a moment in this film where he, without giving anything away, he becomes badass, and I think both of us went, did you think there was anything unique about this?
It was very random, and I would say that the changing art styles at the end and the beginning a bit, but that has been done a few times now, so it's not that unique, but it's still an interesting touch.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're a fan of the original Invader Zim series, you're going to love this because there's nostalgia to go and play there. I think if you're coming to this and fresh and just watching something fun, you'll enjoy it, but it won't mean as much to you. I did like the different art styles that there were in the animation, in the sequences, that I don't want to be specific about the plot points, but there were different art styles I thought that looked good. If you're just going to sit back and watch a couple of hours, just over an hour long, a film animation that you think might be funny, that might harken back to those old, I think, animated series that we used to watch, like Dexter's Laboratory. I don't know, did you ever watch Dexter's Laboratory with me?
Yeah, I think I did.
And we enjoyed that, and it reminded me of that dynamic with the son, who is this amazing, in fact, he probably looks like the dad more than anything, Dexter himself, and the sister that's just, the annoying sister. And there is similar dynamics. It's a very different story, but even the animation style reminded me of things like that, and like I mentioned, Powerpuff Girls. I don't know that it'll be one that I'll go back to, but it is enjoyable.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever need to rewatch it, but for what it is, it's good. It's just something you can sit and watch for a bit of comedy.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I started off at a low point with this film. I didn't think it was great at the beginning, and then I ended up like going, oh, it's finished, because I ended up enjoying the film. So it's not bad. I'm going to give this a B.
Yeah, I'll give it a solid B.
Do let me know in the comments below whether you're a fan of the series and you just love this film. Did it do what it needed to do if you're a fan? And if you haven't seen any of the series and this is your first time watching the film, what did you think? I'd love to know what you thought about this. There wasn't a lot to talk about, to break down, because I don't want to break any plot spoilers. You know, we can talk about the sound and the voice acting and all of that, but I think you'll know it. You kind of, it says what it is on the tin. There's not a lot to talk about in flesh and break up in that point. It's just a fun animated film. So yeah, chat to us in the comments below. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday. Should we tell that again?
Sure.
Okay. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.